What's up, everybody? A Ward here, and I'm here to let you know that the A Ward Show is now officially brought to you by the Ripple to Wave Foundation, where they're manifesting waves of impact, one ripple at a time. Ripple to Wave empowers volunteers to create real change, from mentoring youth and protecting the environment to supporting those people in need. That includes seniors, veterans, and even animals. Yes, even animals. Every project is a chance to make your ripple in the community, and together, those ripples form waves of impact. The team at Ripple to Wave stays active with projects and events just about every weekend, and they're growing fast. Their Albuquerque, New Mexico team just launched their first project, and they're only getting started since their official launch on June 2nd of 2025. Get involved, volunteer, and learn more at rippletowavefoundation.org. That's Ripple, the number 2, wavefoundation.org. Follow them on all their socials at Ripple, the number 2, Wave Foundation on Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to them on YouTube. Together, let's make some waves. Looking for a cut that actually fits your style? Tap in with the Common Chair, a Scottsdale-based barber studio delivering high-quality haircuts, fades, and full grooming services. Whether you're going for a timeless classic or modern look, the Common Chair makes sure you leave sharp every single time. Professional, reliable, and tailored to you. Book here at thecommonchair.com, and make sure you follow them on IG at The Common Chair. Right now, get $10 off your first cut when you add AWARD, AYEWARD, to the notes when you book. The Common Chair, luxury for everybody. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the A Ward Show. I am your host and curator and engineer and videographer. I am all the things. I am A Ward, and I thank you for tuning in to another episode of my show. Appreciate you guys pulling back up. I told you guys I'd be more consistent going forward. I hope to be that. You know what I'm saying? And for those who are just tapping in, tuning in, appreciate you tapping in and tuning in to your boy. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, follow, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell their cousin, their mama, their grandmama, and them. Pull up on the A Ward Show. Make sure you guys follow my partners, Ripple to Wave, Common Chair, A Dot, who does the intro for the A Ward Show, and Lost Perception, who does the music for the What You Heard segment of the week, which I got a dope one coming up this week. So make sure you guys tap in and tune in to that. You know what I mean? You know, if you can't watch your boy, you know, hit the audio podcast sharing platforms. I'm on all of them, all the major ones. And as far as I go, hit that link tree. Follow your boy on all his socials, man. It's all in the link tree. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the link tree. So appreciate you guys for another week. It is, for those that don't know, I reside in the state of AZ, Arizona, and it's starting to get back up to that triple digits all week. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a hot one. So make sure you stay hydrated out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I got my supplement cup. I got my supplement water bottle sitting around the house somewhere that I take out into the streets, and keeps it cold, keeps the agua and the liquids fresh. 24 hours a month, man. Most be close to like 30 something hours, man. Be keeping that thing cold. But enough of me blabbering and jabbering and blah 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 blah. This is the time of the week where I talk about sports, and I probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. This is Yo No Say Nada.
Yo no sé nada.
All right, let's get into it. So a lot of great things are going on in the sports world right now. Basketball is in the full swing of things in the playoffs, going crazy. Football is just getting started back up again in a major way. Obviously, just recently had the draft. There's a bunch of moves being made, a bunch of moves that haven't been made yet. And one of those moves that the NFL and fans are waiting on, and what seems like two particular teams at this moment, is the Aaron Rodgers. And if Aaron Rodgers is going to return to Pittsburgh, been some interest from the Cardinals, it's being reported. And my question is really, why are we doing this again? Can someone please, for me, explain to me why we are doing the Aaron Rodgers what if, maybe so? First of all, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, you have two young quarterbacks that are on the team. One that you just drafted, and Howard, and I think it's Aller. I forgot to say his name. Penn State guy. And so you have these two young guys. You got Mike McCarthy coming in there. It's new regime. Obviously, Mike Tomlin stepped away. So new regime. And I know that a couple of the moves that were made last year were really to try to get on some type of Super Bowl run or a good playoff run, you know. And the Steelers as an organization have just been known to be, if nothing else, a model of consistency. And which is why the Mike McCarthy hire was kind of a little bit of a surprise, because they normally tend to go a little bit younger, have somebody there. I mean, they've only had 3 coaches, right? And so now on their 4th. And they normally get somebody that can be there, you know, for 20-something years. You know what I'm saying? So the Mike McCarthy hire was a little weird in that sense. But if for nothing else, this is the opportunity for the Steelers to really get on a new wave and create a new identity. Understanding that, yeah, you got DK Metcalf from Seattle in the trade last year. And, you know, yes, there was a lot of moves, again, that were made last year to try to push towards being very, very competitive, especially inside of that division, inside of that conference. And at that moment felt like, hey, having a, you know, good Aaron Rodgers, maybe not the Aaron Rodgers of old, but they felt like they were a quarterback away. I think it was proven that they weren't. I think they have a lot of stuff, more stuff than they were willing to admit that they needed to address. I think they've done a decent job of that this offseason. Which is why the Aaron Rodgers thing doesn't, like, just let it go. Just tell, hey, man, appreciate your services last year, but we're not waiting on you. We got decisions to make. We got guys who are in camps right now. We got guys that we need to get up to speed with the playbook. We're not waiting on you. We need to get this ball rolling. And obviously there's a lot of speculation. Is it because of Mike McCarthy? Does he want to go back because of Mike McCarthy? Does he not want to go back because of Mike McCarthy? Because obviously they spent a good amount of time in Green Bay. and won a championship together. And, you know, it seemed to be at the end of that was a little sour, and which is why Mike McCarthy ended up not being the coach of the Green Bay Packers after a long tenure there. And I think that's all much ado about nothing, to be honest with you. Like, even if there is something there, I don't think it's that super important. I just think this is what Aaron Rodgers has now become. He's become the guy who, quite frankly, he didn't like because of the same crap that he was doing, and that's Brett Favre. He's now become the guy that every year it's something. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play this game. There's no argument about that. And the run that he had for so many years, you know, people were really saying talent-wise that he was the best quarterback they had ever seen. And he had a stretch where he was just, he was really that dude. But I think Father Time has caught up with him, not in the way that he's just like a bum now, not at all. Like, I think he could still be a serviceable quarterback on a really good championship contending team, but I don't think Pittsburgh is that right now. I think Pittsburgh needs to focus on let's start moving this thing towards the future. And again, if not for nothing else, to just let Aaron know, like, we're not playing this game with you, bro. Because it's every year. Am I going here? I guess we'll see in August how. Nah, man. We got to get it started right now. And maybe you don't have to be in the building for some of the voluntary stuff. That's fine. But at least let us know so we can have a game plan moving forward. And again, he's not the old Aaron. He's just old Aaron at this point. Now, the Cardinals' interest makes no sense to me. Because, and this might be all smoke and mirrors that we know a lot of these NFL teams do. It might not even be from the Cardinals. I'm hearing that, I heard some reports that some people were saying that this was from Aaron Rodgers putting this out there, like, see, y'all better just wait. Y'all better just wait, Steelers, because I might go to the Cardinals. And the Cardinals clearly, to me, seem like they're in that quote unquote rebuild stage, right? They're getting all the young talent. And obviously let Kyler Murray go. And it's like, well, if you really wanted to have a decent quarterback that could play, obviously Kyler Murray has injury issues and he's had that his whole career. But talent-wise, when Kyler Murray is playing well, he's playing pretty damn well. And so you might as well have just stuck with him. Well, that wasn't the case. He's now in Minnesota. And, drafted Jeremiah Love, drafted Carson Beck, who I don't know if they really feel that's the quarterback that they're going to have for the future. But it does seem that they are in the process of like, hey, man, if we lose this year, we got a good chance of maybe getting one of these first round picks next year. And next year quarterback situation should be really good for some of those bottom tier teams. And I think the Cardinals will be right there. And so the interest doesn't make sense from anybody's perspective, except for if it is Aaron Rodgers saying this to try to garner some type of leverage against Pittsburgh. That's the only person that this news benefits. But again, if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, hey, appreciate you last season. We made the playoffs, but Mike's gone. The new Mike is here, and we're going in a different direction. And we can't wait on you. And the NFL has been known to kind of not force people out in a way, but yeah, they have been. and sports in general, the game will tell you. Like at some point, like you can tolerate some of the nonsense when the talent level is incredible. But Aaron Rodgers has been good, like just good over and not great over the last few seasons. So again, I don't know why we're doing this with the Aaron Rodgers thing, and it's like every damn offseason. Is he gonna be here? Is he not? Which team is he going to? Is he retiring? Is he out there doing the ayahuasca? What is he doing? He's in the blackout room. Where's Aaron Rodgers? What is he gonna do? Time to end it. Like I said, NBA playoffs are in full effect, and I had a bold statement on the last show, and that statement, I was really just trying to manifest some stuff. To be honest with you, I said the Lakers were going to win, beat the OKC Thunder in 6, and it looks like that was a lie. I didn't really believe it, but I had to manifest it. Now, I did feel that they would be competitive enough to win a game. As it stands of this recording, they are down 3-0, and they're probably going to get swept. I mean, the first 2 games, they were competitive, man, right up until the third quarter. And there were moments where you're like, damn, they might be able to steal one against OKC. But OKC got too many dudes that can play. And I mean, normally at this time during the NBA playoffs, rosters get dwindled down. Rosters, normally it's like we're going to run with like 6-7 dudes really consistently, and then we'll do matchup games here and there. But OKC running like 11 dudes. And they all contributing. I mean, SGA hasn't played out of his mind through this series. And there's still, it's just like you look at the box score, and first of all, Luke Kennard for the Lakers plays so many minutes to not give you real contribution. And not everything has to not everything has to show up on the stat sheet. Like, you can watch the games. Now, we all know that Ayton, like that, again, back to the Aaron Rodgers thing, I think the Ayton experiment should be over. Because, yes, man, when he's good, he's really good, but it is so wishy-washy. Oh, boy, don't want to grab a rebound to save his life. Don't want to rebound. Been doing this. And again, LeBron's been playing well. Reeves has still been trying to figure out, get his feet back together, so to speak, his NBA feet. And I don't know. They were competitive, and then, to a certain point, and they can't keep up the pace, especially when LeBron has not been on the floor. And not having Luka there, I know Luka's, a defensive liability, but at least you would have somebody else. And we know how Luka does in the playoffs. Like, he puts pressure, man. He's a damn good scorer, man. Damn good scorer. And he can hit one of those, like, just deafening shots at the right time. And I think moments in this series, if he had been there to just hit that shot, if OKC goes on a little run, he can hit that shot that's like, all right, chill, and no, we still in this thing. But as of right now, OKC, man, balling. Now the Knicks, and I'm skipping through some of my notes here, to be honest with you, because I was gonna go towards Detroit, but since we're talking about OKC, the Knicks are on a goddamn run. They are on a run. Like, they just whooping ass and taking names, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Mike Brown, I'm going to say something, man. Mike Brown is underrated as a coach, dude. He gets he's gotten so much flack over the years. And is always like, kind of like on a short leash whenever it comes to his jobs. It's like, you know, he'll have a little losing streak in the middle of the season or whatever the case may be. And, oh, man, Mike Brown, get him out of here, man. But Mike Brown is underrated, man. All he does, and I get that the Knicks were already good last year, but obviously they wanted somebody that wasn't, you know, like Tom Thibodeau coaches hard. And he had them dudes worn out by the end of last season as much as he was playing them. And Mike Brown has come in and done the opposite of that. He hasn't played him as much. He has that offense over the last 7 games just looking super efficient, running it through Cat and taking some of the pressure off of Brunson. And like Mike Brown is underrated as a coach. I'm not saying he's goddamn Phil Jackson or Pat Riley. That's not what I'm saying. But consistently, man, this dude has been a really good coach. And every time he's gotten an opportunity, because typically he'll get fired, he'll go be an assistant coach somewhere else, normally for really good coaches. And then he learns and he learns and he learns. He's just gotten better and better and better, you know, throughout the years. So shout out to Mike Brown, man. Shout out to the Knicks, man. You know, it looks like right now, I know we'll still have to see between Detroit and Cleveland how that turns out. But right now, it looks like the Knicks are they got a one-way ticket to the NBA championship. Most likely to face the Thunder. Now, the Spurs are going to have something to say about that. And that you know, would have been a different outcome if Wemby doesn't get ejected. Maybe. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But I'm looking forward to what's most likely going to be the Spurs and OKC. And I do think the championship goes through the West just because, like, OKC's already been there, done that. They understand what they need to do. But the Spurs and the Knicks are going to have something to say about it. I'm telling you. Last week talked a little bit about, you know, the Russini and Diana Russini and Mike Vrabel thing, and this shit is just getting crazier by the day. I mean, this is a story of a lovely lady who was smashing Mike Vrabel from the Pats. This is a story that feels like it should have went away weeks ago, and every time I'm telling you, it's just been at a simmer, and then it boil. Every once in a while, the temperature just gets hot in the pot. You know what I'm saying? And you know, news surfacing that they were together while she was pregnant. Conversations from people around the league that said that this was a well-known thing, that that it wasn't just an affair. They had a multi-year relationship. And everybody's speculating about the son. It's messy, man. It's messy. It's Lionel. It's messy. And I said last week, I was like, yo, Vrabel has to catch a little bit more flack just from the media in this. And I don't think he'll be fired because I don't think it's a fireable offense. But look, and the Patriots, weirdly enough, have always had scandal for always trying to be quiet. You know, Robert Kraft, Belichick back in the days, you know, and then, you know, the cheating stuff. They've always had scandal, but typically they've been able to handle that, or maybe the media hasn't attacked them in certain ways. They've been able to handle and keep a lot of that stuff in-house. This seems so messy, like, and it won't go away, that I don't know if Vrabel will be fired, but I would have to assume at some point they're going to have to just put him on leave. Now, what I would do is I would just, like, have these two adults come out and be like, yo, this is what it was. This is where we're at. We're personally dealing with it. We'll answer whatever questions you have now. But after that, we are personally dealing with it. Don't ask me nothing else. Yes, it happened. Not going to get into the details. But we are working through it. And we'll figure it out in our personal lives. Because we still have jobs to do. Well, at least VRABEL does right now. Like, I would just, in order for it to really, really go away, just address it. But, because this thing, it's been like a couple months damn near, it feels like. It's been crazy. Like, every time you think it's going away, it's like, nah, man. Look at these pictures from, like, God damn. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the Pats put him on some type of leave. At the beginning of the season, like almost a suspension, but like, hey man, not that it's gonna matter too much because whenever he gets back, he's still gonna have to deal with that. So this happened. This just happened the other day. This was crazy. Skip Bayless was back on First Take. Which was wild. With a DT, it was wild. When I saw the news that he was going to be on First Take, I legit thought it was AI. I'm like, here they go again. Somebody messing. There's no way Skip Bayless is back on First Take. Especially before Shannon made it back on First Take, which is crazy. And for those that don't know, I'm gonna break. A lot of people don't know the real history of First Take. So Skip Bayless was had a segment on a show called Cold Pizza back in the days. And it was called First and 10, and they had 10 subjects, and it was debate style with Woody Page. And it was just this small segment that was on like Cold Pizza was like a variety show kind of, in a sense. Like they just attacked a bunch of different sports subjects and they had different guests, and it was the morning show. It was like Get Up before Get Up is really what it was. And I used to love the show. And then, I'd watch this thing that I'd never seen before on TV in this format. Pardon the Interruption was probably the real introduction to that. But Pardon the Interruption was a show that, it was timed. It was just a little bit different. It was a little different. And I love that show. Love that show's still on. So Cold Pizza had this segment. It was Skip, Woody Page, and it was them forever. And then it turned into First Take. And blew up. And then Skip would have, Woody Page kind of stepped away, and then he had kind of the regular guests, very, very similar to the way Stephen A. does it now in that regard, like just having kind of regular guests that come on. Rob Parker back in the days, the two live stews back in the days, and just different, Bomani Jones was on there at a point, and Jamel Hill, like a lot of these people who have been in and out of ESPN throughout the years. And then finally, Stephen A. he had been fired by ESPN. And Skip basically got him back on First Take, and the show freaking took off because we had never seen anything like this energy every morning. And, Skip was going to be Skip. Skip was going to talk about the Cowboys. Skip was going to talk about Tebow. Skip was going to talk about LeBron James and never give him any credit, or weirdly give him credit, but in a way that like flips it. And, Skip Bayless. And then Stephen A. was coming with he was yelling and he had sayings and it was a vibe. And then Fast forward, Skip Bayless ends up going to Fox Sports, gets a huge contract to get over there, does Undisputed with Shannon Sharp. That show was fire. I hate that what happened between those two happened between them because I actually like that show. And then Stephen A just took the hell off, right? So, but Skip Bayless, man, a lot of people hate on Skip Bayless, and whatever, you can disagree with him or whatever. Like, that's what this whole media and sports, it's like you're gonna like certain flavors, you're not, and that's okay. But Skip Bayless changed the game, bro. He changed the sports media game to where now everything's a debate. Everything's a debate. Everything. Like, not even just sports. It's like, let's debate this. Don't even have the skills to debate. But everybody's debating. And that was because of what Skip Bayless did on First and 10, that people started to catch on, that turned into First Take, that, added Stephen A. And, is at the point where it's at now. But the OG is Skip, man. And so it has people wondering, should Skip, remain as an integral part of First Take? I say yes. I say bring him on once a week. It's good TV no matter what, because we know what Skip's going to do. He's going to pound the table. He's going to point the finger. He's gonna start off with the, I just had to sit here and listen to this man and Somebody did a video imitating Skip Bayless, and dude, it was spot on. It was hilarious. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'll tag it in the video.
I'm about to unleash and unload on the entire Lakers 15-man squad. What was that? That was just an embarrassment, pathetic performance. I mean, LeBrick James proved that nickname worthy tonight. 7 for 19 field goals. You can't do that, man. I don't care how old he is. I mean, the guy's been 41 years old for the last 20 seasons. It's just not going to get it done. AR-15, Hillbilly Kobe, he was just bitching and moaning all game long, looking for calls instead of getting back on defense. DeAndre Ayton, I don't even know what to say. This guy's just a flat-out bust. I mean, he couldn't grab any loose balls tonight. Chet Holmgren, they let that guy turn into Chet Holmgren because the way he was filled with fiber, he was just shatting all over the Lakers D and all over the court. Never seen anything quite like that. And in the end, you let A.J. Mitchell look like Donovan Mitchell out there. And he was just busting all night. Lakers are about to get swept. And once again, LeBrick James is proving that he's a fraud. So, way to go, L.A.
And then it had many people speculating about Shannon Sharp, and would he come back? The reports are that they're not looking into it at this time. ESPN's not, but I don't know why you just wouldn't have once a week. I mean, I would do it, man. Once a week, get Skip. Once a week, get Shannon, and then maybe like once every 2 weeks, get all three of them dudes. Obviously, Stephen A., it's his show. He's the executive producer. But, to have Stephen A., Shannon Sharp, and Skip once every couple of weeks, knowing the history. I mean, even if you don't agree with the takes, it would be must-see TV. I don't give a damn what you say. Just these three fools yelling. And I mean fools respectfully. I mean, it's just how we talk. No disrespect. But that would be must-see TV. You know what I'm saying? And the moderator, I forget her name, 'cause she's a little newer after Molly left. She wouldn't be able to get a word in. They had to just cut the commercial, man. Middle of these dudes talking. That would be, I need one. You know what? If we don't even get a repeat episode, Stephen A., make this happen. Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, one show, do all the stereotypical topics. Bring the Dallas Cowboys in there, do the LeBron James, Michael Jordan GOAT conversation, do all of the stuff that it's just been overdone, but do it on this show. You three. Boy, must see TV. No commercials. Just do the commercials like they be doing now, where they just do the split screen commercial. Just split screen the commercial. On all access. Be fire. Absolute fire. So, but shout out to Skip Bayless, man. You know, whether you agree with him, whether you like his takes, whether you know, whatever the case may be. Because most people don't know him personally, so you can't say nothing about him personally. To me, you don't know him personally. You just know what you've seen on TV and what you've seen on YouTube and whatever the case may be there. He's still he deserves a lot of flowers for what he's done and how he's influenced sports media, to be honest with you. So there's a lot of y'all that don't agree with Skip that's doing the same crap that Skip does now. And he was the one that changed the game, really changed the game. Pardon the interruption, opened the door. Skip Bayless took it, made it something a little different. Stephen A. took that even further as far as First Take is concerned. And but Skip Bayless is the one that really, they both deserve a lot of credit, but Skip Bayless deserves a lot of respect for that, for sure. So really short one today. You know what I'm saying? I'll be tapped in with sports. Obviously we'll see what happens in these NBA playoffs. I do like when the playoffs start to get dwindled down to more like the semifinals, because then it's just really storyboard stuff that is beautiful to watch. And let's be honest, man, a lot of these games in the playoffs haven't been too competitive. Really. Some of them have, but a lot of them has been really lopsided. I mean, Philly's already up out of there. Dunzo. So, because the Knicks just on a run right now, boy. And obviously, as we get more information about the RUSSINI, the VRABEL, and the NFL and all that good stuff, be tapped in. So, like I said, I'm trying to stay consistent with y'all. Try to keep rocking with y'all. I appreciate you guys tuning in to another week of the A-Ward Show on the Yo No Say Nada segment. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share. Make sure you guys follow all my partners, Ripple the Wave, The Comment Chair, A-Dot, and Lost Perception. All of their details are in the description. Make sure you guys hit that link tree. Hit your boy on all the socials. I'll be on there chopping it up. I try to stay tapped in. It's only me. It's really only me. I'm all the things, like I say at the beginning of every show. So make sure you pull up. If you can't listen or can't watch, make sure you guys go to your favorite audio podcast sharing platform. I'm there as well. And, tell a friend to tell their cousins, their mama, their grandmama, and them. Pull up on the A-Ward Show. Appreciate y'all, man. You guys have a fantastic week. And I'll see you jive turkeys next episode.